Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Avini Vibes. My name is Christine Rolando. I'm from Hudson Valley, New York, and that's about 53 miles out of New York City. Beautiful country, and very, very grateful to be here. I want to first say thank you for joining us. And if we had a little technical issue earlier with the waiting room, but some of you understand why that has happened, and it's okay because we're here to serve one another, to learn from one another, and share. Avini is the most incredible company. We're very blessed to have the most incredible technologies, leadership, and this company that's truly changing people's lives. So that's why we're here. We're not a supplemental company. We take out the bad and we make room for the good. I do want to make a reminder or state a reminder that we don't make medical claims, we don't diagnose, and we don't treat. We're here to learn from one another. We're here to listen, and we're here to pick up important facts. And you're never too old to learn. That's what I say. As my dad always says, you're never too old to learn. So I urge you to get a piece of paper and a pencil, because tonight you're going to hear some really great things. And we do have you muted, and if you're not muted, please go ahead and do that. And we're going to hear from our speaker tonight, and we're going to give you the opportunity also to ask Aaron Gonzales some questions. Now, if you're with us last week, we heard a little bit of Aaron, but we lost him. So I've asked him to come back tonight. And Aaron is amazing because he's 10 years in service with the United States Air Force from 1987 to 1997. Aaron has also been in sales and marketing. I've had some opportunity to speak to him, and he's really a wealth of knowledge. And we're here today to learn from him, and also to, like I said, learn from one another. But Aaron, I'd like you to join us. You're married with 4 children, 6 grandsons, and 1 granddaughter, and you're from Fort Worth, Texas. And you don't even have a Texas draw. So welcome and join us tonight. And what we'd like to know is, what did you see with Avini? Why did you join Avini? What do you think about these amazing products? And bring your experience and wisdom and knowledge, if you would. So, a lot to ask of you, but we're grateful you're here. So, I'm going to give you the floor. Thank you, Aaron.
Well, thank you, Christine and Carol, for all your due diligence and hard work and keeping this going for so long. I'm really excited. But what I saw was, I'll cover that first, and I'll intertwine who I am within that. That'll save us some time. What I saw was a product that helped from the inside. And matter of fact, I started not long ago a campaign that it says from the inside. All it says is from the inside. I want people thinking, what is he talking about? What from the inside? So that way they'll ask me questions, and then I can have a conversation about what I feel about from the inside, right? Because it can mean a lot of stuff, but I want people to put good things in so the body can work like it's supposed to work from the inside. And then it'll start working on your outside. So that's what I saw, because I was looking for that. I'm 59 years old. When I hit 54, I started feeling bad from the inside, right? So I started looking around to see what do I need to do, because I don't like to take medicines. I'm not a big fan of hospitals and doctors, but I do believe in nutrition, because I was a nutritionist in the Air Force. That's what I did. I did dietetics. So I prescribed diets with the dietitians. We cooked the diets for the patients and for the staff. And I was really big in our big boy program and big girl program, because in the military, if you're overweight, you lose a stripe. If you lose a stripe, you lose money. So we had very attentive patients. They wanted to lose that weight, so they did what we recommended, and it was successful across the board. So I was looking for that, and I found Joe Gershonek. I found Joe G. He introduced me to it. He introduced me to the product. He sent me some samples. I tried the product. I was impressed. I was impressed with the pain product, because I was experiencing back pains in my back from probably my football time and military time, just nagging, just enough that that my quality of life wasn't what it used to be, right? My shoulder, my elbow, because we used to arm wrestle a lot in the military. So I was feeling those pains, lifting those heavy boxes in the military. So I was feeling that. And the Plus Relief made it go away. Had a good night's sleep. have a good night's sleep, work up feeling fresh in the morning. So I really believed in that. Then I went through a diabetes spike. My blood sugars was over 500 through the roof. They put me on insulin. So I talked to my buddy Joe, and we did some things differently, and I made some changes with my diet, some activities, and it is down. I'm off of insulin. My numbers are where they should be, and I'm going to slowly get off of the metformin and everything else because I'm cleaning it up from the inside. So what I saw, Christine, was this amazing product that was affordable. And that's where the company comes in. I'm like, how are they doing this so affordably when everybody else on the marketplace, they're almost, you know, I won't want to say double, but real close to double the pricing. And you got to buy 2 or 3 different things to equate to with one thing what I can buy from Avini. So that started me to think about the company. And I thought about the company because my background in network marketing. I was very successful in network marketing. I started in 1999 and I built a team of over 8,000 people in every state in the union and 4 provinces of Canada. And that started out with me and Mr. Watson, who I'm now recruiting into this because he no longer does anything else. He's in the traditional businesses. So that's where my background came in. We had a very successful team. I spoke nationally for the company. I traveled for the company. I was a regional manager. I ran a territory, brought in the speakers, did all that stuff that, you know, Christine and Carol are doing for the company. I was a high level volunteer for the company because there was no pay, right? The pay was I got to tell people, I got a title. You want to sign up with me? I run the whole territory. I'm the guy, right? And they signed up. So when I saw what I saw with this company, all that stuff started kicking in because I think I shared it with Christine. I did very well there. I did very well from 1999 till we had that real estate challenge in 2000. What was that? 12, where people started losing their houses. Then I went from 8,000 people to about 1,000 people. So that hurt, right? So we built it back up. And then COVID hit a few years later, and that knocked me out the box. Guys, I went from 3,000 down to like 200 when COVID hit. It just killed my business because we were, I'll get into that in the next segment, but it killed us. So I stopped direct sales altogether and went into traditional sales with my marketing ability and knowledge in marketing. I created a marketing firm and we started doing that. But one day I woke up and it was like God talked to me in my sleep. I had a conversation and it was mostly him talking. And he was like, I gave you all these gifts. You asked for them and I gave them to you and you used them and they worked and you helped thousands of people and you made some good money. But more importantly, you helped all those people. Think back at all those people that you helped to generate an extra $300 to $500 so they didn't have to file bankruptcy. I showed you how to do that and you did it. You were a great steward of what I taught you. And now you decided for whatever reason to stop doing it. You let excuses get in the way. So now look where you're at. So when I woke up, I said, I got to get back into where I was because those gifts were given to me and I used them and I helped a lot of people. And then Joe walked into my life because I was looking for direct sales again because I was good at it. I was given the gifts of it. So now here we are in Avini that I found out is a 30-year-old, 2-year-old company, right? You guys get that? It's a 30-year-old, 2-year-old company, right? That only has about 20,000 people in it that's set up for international. To me, that yells opportunity. Yale's opportunity. So today we're going to take that information and I'm going to share with you guys some recruiting things because you must recruit, right? And what I do, and I'm not saying you got to do what I do, but take some of what I do, mix it into what you do and watch out. You'll be incredible. Because that's what I told Joe. I said, Joe, I'm going to leave my experience behind. I'm going to come to you like a blank sheet of paper with an ink pen. And I need to learn Avini. Once I learn Avini, whether it takes me a month, 2 months, or a year, Once I learn Avini, then I'll apply myself and I will be unstoppable. And we will know where that point is. It will yell out to us. And I think this is one of the things that are yelling out to us when Christine called me and asked me to talk about some of this stuff. So you guys watch out, get ready. I'm getting ready. Who's the top guy in the company? Dave somebody? Is it? Yeah, Dave, get ready to move over, right? I'm coming. I'm coming for you because we're going to build a massive team and I'm going to show all of you what I'm doing. I don't keep nothing back from anybody. I don't care if you're cross line, up line, sideline, whatever. If I'm saying something or doing something and you appreciate it, then you try it. So the first thing you got to do is you got to start writing stuff down. Don't count on a computer. Don't count on your phone. Notepad and a paper. Make that list. Do not prejudge. Everything starts with a list. Write them down. The more people you write down, the more that will come to your mind. It's something about the subconscious. Just the activity of writing will bring up more ideas of more people. You'll start thinking about people in high school. You'll start thinking about people at your first job. You'll start thinking about people that retired with you. And then you write them down. Don't worry about phone numbers because you can always research and find the phone numbers. We got an easy way to do that now. It's called Facebook, Instagram, right? Emails. You can find them if you list them out. If you can't find a phone number right now, that's okay. Go to the next person, write it down. Then you can go back and start putting phone numbers to them. Ask your cousin, hey, you remember Joe over there? You remember that guy? You have his number? You guys used to talk a lot. And you get the number. You'll figure out how to get the number. So first thing is to make a list. The second thing is believe in the system. Write this down. System. SYSTEM. That's an acronym. It stands for save yourself time, energy, money. Save yourself time, energy, money. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to do that? That's why you have systems. Why is McDonald's so successful? They have a system. Why is any of the fast food places, these big chain stores, they are successful. They have a system. You don't go to McDonald's and order a taco, fried chicken, wings, right? That's not part of their system. So Avini has a system, and the system, I'm excited to hear about it because Joe, we were talking about it before they even launched it. We were talking about PBRs because that's how I built the business on private business receptions, PBRs. Well, in order to have a successful PBR, you have to have a successful phone system. You have to rely on your three-way calling. You have to have somebody, a partner. Christine, you mentioned it, a workout partner. Who is your workout partner? And don't just have one. Have two or three workout partners. Have people in your line, sideline, whoever that you can connect with and associate with that wants you to win because you want them to win. And then once you have that, so now you have a list. Now you have a system. Now you have a partner that you can three-way call in. Let's talk about the three-way call. The three-way call is set up so you can invite a prospect to something, to switch them from to switch them from a suspect to a prospect. Because when they're on your list, they're a suspect, right? You're suspecting that they can be good. They're a suspect. But when you get them on a three-way call, that converts them to a prospect because you're inviting them to something. You're inviting them to watch the video on the website. You're inviting them to your Zoom meeting. You're inviting them to your PBR in-house. You're inviting them to a live presentation. You're inviting them to something using the three-way call. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how important a three-way call is. And I'm going to say to you, this is how you work it. It's a triangle. Draw a triangle on your notepad, a triangle. It's three sides. Down in the bottom left, that's where you got you. All right, the bottom left is you. The bottom right is your suspect. That's the person you want to bring into the business, tell about the wonderful products. That's your suspect, your prospect. The point, the tip of the spear, that's your expert. And an expert is your workout partner. It can be anybody that's really good at inviting. It could be somebody just came in last week, as long as they know the script to invite. Because remember, your prospect doesn't know them. They know you. So there's a line, that bottom line, right? Credibility. You have credibility with your prospects because they're on your list. They know you. They trust you. They respect you. The problem is they don't know you for Avini. They know you for whatever you did in the past that you grew up with them with. So Joe was a 7-Eleven guy. I'm say I'm a marketing guy. I know Joe because he was good at 7-Eleven, right? He was really good at 7-Eleven. Joe comes to me about this Avini thing. I don't know Joe from Avini. So I don't trust him and I don't respect him for Avini. I trust and respect him for 7-Eleven. So when he comes to me with something new, what am I going to do? I'm going to treat him like we all treat people that come with something new. You're going to be very back frontish, right? You're going to be like, well, let me get some more information. Let me whatever, right? So that's why you got to have your expert. And you have to do this thing called edify, right? You have to edify the expert. So if Christine is my prospect and Joe is my expert, when I talk to Christine, I'm going to say, hey, Christine, I just started a new business. I'm excited about it. You said you were open-minded to some opportunity. I got Mr. Gershonek on the other line. This gentleman is making a lot of money, helping a lot of people, and he knows 100% of the information. I want to get him on the line to talk to you, right? So what I did, Christine trusts me and respects me and knows me, but she doesn't know me for Avini. So I am telling her this guy is good. He knows what he's doing. He's making a lot of money. I'm hitting all her hot spots because I've already asked her if she's open-minded to a business opportunity to make some extra money. She said yes. I already know her financial situation because we're friends. I know she can use some extra money. Or I know her health is not bad. Or I know she needs to lose some weight. So whatever Christine needs, guess what? Joe knows about it because he's my expert. So let's switch the scenario around. Let's say Christine has been fighting trying to lose 20 pounds. So I'm going to say, hey, Christine, I started a new business called Avini Health. They have this awesome program that cleans you from the inside. You know me, I was suffering from diabetes and all that stuff. I take this stuff, it cleans me out, and I beat it. I'm no longer, I feel better than I've felt in my life. Now, it wasn't just the Avini. You know, I started my better eating habits. I started working out a little bit. But I know you've been trying to lose weight. I got a gentleman that I think can help you. He's been in the business for a while. He knows the product inside and out. And he's helped some people lose weight with the product. He's helped some people understand the product. I'm going to get him on a 3-way so he can talk to you. So I took it off of me and threw it on to Joe, my expert, Mr. Gershonek. Then she says, okay, I do the 3-way. I introduce him, Mr. Gershonek. This is my friend Christine. It's always Mr. Gershonek. It's never, hey, my buddy Joe. Hey, it's my homie with the hookup, right? It's always Mr. or Mrs. Rolando. Whoever I'm using, they have a title. They're important. You don't have to give their network marketing title, platinum, gold, all that, because that prospect knows nothing about that. But they know the respect when you call him Mr. They're buying into you that trust and respect that you're giving him. So now they're going to listen. And that's all we need them to do. And then Mr. Gershonek is really good at saying, hey, Aaron told me a little bit about you. He does his expert thing. I don't even have to know it, right? Because he knows it. But his job is to tell a little bit about it, ask a few questions, and get them invited to the next event. That is how we built a team, through 3-way calls, through videos, through information on websites. But we used the 3-way call and the expert to go ahead and get that person invited. And then we even did a confirmation call. Once they said, yes, I'm coming, we would do a confirmation call. And sometimes it would be the expert making the call. It would be somebody, sometimes other than me, somebody on the team. Hey, I work with Aaron Gonzales. I'm part of the team. We're just doing confirmation calls to make sure you're still coming on Saturday to the Zoom. That is powerful, because then that prospect is like, oh, dang, Aaron got a team of people working with him. Yes, I want to be part of that. I want to have a team of people working with me. And Aaron's doing it part-time, right? People are looking for a part-time way out. We were taught a long time ago, if you're in a hole, a financial hole, the best way to get out is to stop digging. That's the first thing you got to do. Stop digging. Pack some dirt in there so you can climb out, right? You don't give up on getting out of that hole because you'll die, right? You just don't do it. So the power in the three-way call, hopefully you guys got that. You guys have, Avini has some great systems in there already. I've seen some of the stuff about three-way calls, right? So they're already putting it together to be used. The PBR is being used. Let's talk real quick about also, you have that list, but also you want to recruit strangers. The list is practice. That's practice. Family members, don't expect them to get into what you're doing, right? Especially the younger generation, but they're great practice. So if you're new here or you're wanting to build a team now, maybe you haven't done it in a while and you were just a product of the product, but now you're getting that itch. Hey, I want to build a team, because building a team is where the cash flow can really start to come in. Because at a time, 95% of my income, and I was making like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month. And 95% of that was from team overrides. And even today, my renewals are not from direct sales. It's from direct sales and team overrides from the little bit of team that I still have engaged. Okay. So get that team built, but you want to use your list and your family as practice. It's even okay to go to some of those that maybe you went to in the past and you say, hey, Christine, I know I talked to you about this before, but I didn't know what I was doing. We got a new guy, we got a new system, we got a new video, and they're showing us some new stuff. I need to practice on you again. Can we do a 15-minute presentation real quick? And matter of fact, I'm just trying to do this with 10 people, and I only need 3 to say yes. So you can be one of the 7, right? You be one of the 7 to say no, because it's just practice. Have fun with it, because some people will laugh at that if you're smiling when you say it, right? Don't be so serious. Hey, Christine, hey, Pat, I'm going to talk to 10 people. I need you to be one of them, and you can be one of the 7 to say no, but I need to practice, because all I know is if I get 3 out of 10, I'm winning. Because now Pat is like, 3 out of 10? That's good numbers. I could fail 7 times and still make extra money on 3. Yes. If your batting average in baseball is 300, you're a millionaire. So they got to get up to the plate and strike out 7 times. Strike out, fly out, foul out, pop out, get thrown out, but they're out. Still make $1 million off of 3 hits. Can we do that, guys? Can we talk to 10 people
Yes,
and
and
get
yes.
7 to say no? That's all we got to do. Do that every week. Talk to 10 a week. We used to say 2 a day saves the day. 2 a day saves the day. If you can go and talk to 2 people a day, hi, Avini. Oh, never mind. Hi, Avini, right? 2 times a day. Are you open-minded to making some extra money? Hey, may I talk to you? I was in the battery shop getting a battery, and the young lady behind the counter was overweight. And I went to her and I says, ma'am, I said, Miss Young Girl, I said, Miss, I found out some new things, and hopefully I don't offend you. But can I talk candid with you? And if I do offend you and you slap me, that's okay, because I'll know to shut up, and I'll change the way I do it next time. And she laughed because it was funny. Have
Yeah.
fun. And she said, no, what is it? I said, no, I'm serious about the health thing. Have you been trying to lose weight? And she said, yes. And I said, have you tried different things? She said, I try stuff all the time. It goes up, it goes down. I can't seem to make it work. I said, you're very young. I don't see a ring on your finger, so I'm guessing you don't have any kids. You don't have any husband. She said, no, I'm a single mother. I have 2 kids. And that's part of my challenge, because I got to take care of the kids. I got to come to go to work. I got to come home. I'm just so busy. I said, so you start a program, and then it's hard to you to stick with the program. And she goes, yes. So all I did, I said, I'm going to show you this video right here. And I'm going to tell you the high points that educated me was you got toxins in your belly fat right there. And they're staying there. And as long as those toxins are in there, because the belly fat is protecting them so they don't get into your body and make you sick, it's going to be hard for you to lose that belly fat. The people that lose that belly fat are the people that work out every day and eat right every day and exercise every day, and they got guidance and stuff. So I want you to watch this video, and then I'll come back here and follow up. I'm not even asking you for your phone number. And she said, okay. So she didn't slap me, right? And I got to share some information. Sometimes you got to do that with strangers because she can be a great customer, right? And then she can be an associate, right? And then she could be, or she could be a referral partner, right? There's several other things once she gets the product and feels that it works and it helps her out. So I'll pause for a second. Christine, is there anything in all that you want me to
Wow, there was a
recap?
lot.
No, there
There
was
was
a
a
lot.
lot
There
in
was a
all
lot.
that. There was a lot in all that, Aaron. Thank you. I love the system, the word system. That
Right.
was amazing. That's really great. Save yourself time, energy, and money in a system. And you're
Right.
right. We started in Avini 3 years ago. We didn't have a whole lot of systems, but my goodness, there's no excuse, right? If we just do it. You and I talked today, and it's just as simple as just doing it. Talk to
That's
two a
it.
day, talk to 10 a day, but it's just doing it. And I think that 1,000 pound phone or whatever they say it might be, but you just made it so simple. Somebody that didn't slap you and you addressed her weight. That's amazing because it's your confidence in your demeanor is so kind and sweet. And it's like when you talk to a person, like my dad always told me to talk to a person like I've known them forever. A lot of times people meet
Exactly.
with me and they'll say, "Do you know that person?" And I say, "No, but I act like I do." So
Absolutely.
that's really
Well,
great. Thank you for
and
sharing.
Christine, that's cool. And where that comes from is smiling.
Yes.
Smiling. You have to enjoy what you're doing. You might be saving somebody's life. You
So
might
let's
be.
let's think about it a minute. Let's just think about how many people on this call made 10 contacts today. Maybe some did, maybe some didn't. Maybe some are having the obstacle or the barrier. It's that fence. Remember last week I talked about, or the week before, going in the horse world, we go over it, under it, or through it. Over it, under it, or through it. So what is it? Is anybody afraid to talk to anybody, to somebody? Is anybody afraid? So it's like lowering that fear barrier, and you just did that for us. There's nothing fearful about it because you made it fun.
Oh, I lost volume.
Thank
Volume.
you. Oh, you lost volume? Yeah, it's gotta be fun, right? Tony has fun. Look at Tony and Chip. They're having fun. Tim was in the waiting room for 20 minutes. He was still having fun. Even though he was in the waiting room for 20 minutes, right? And that's what it's about. It's such a blessing when you view it that way. It's fun. It's talking to somebody doesn't have to be hard. It's all up here, right? It's our mental success training.
That's
I
right.
think, yeah. What else do you want to share? We have a few more minutes. Does anybody want to
Okay.
ask Aaron a question? That was good stuff.
Any questions at all? Those are the three big things. That triangle, the edification, using the three-way call, big things that'll help you build. Those are team building things. And you can team build through the product or you can team build through the opportunity.
All right,
Whatever
Jennifer.
whatever you're comfortable with.
Jennifer. Jennifer
Go ahead.
has her hand up brand new just this week. She just came in 2 days ago.
Welcome.
Welcome, Jennifer. So unmute yourself and you can ask a question. Just don't
Hi.
name a disease, okay? Just don't name a disease.
Don't name a disease.
Yeah. In other
Okay.
words, if it's a product call question, is it a product call? You want to ask Aaron a question about prospecting.
It's more about prospecting.
Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Jen.
Go for it.
So, it's funny because honestly, I feel like this was a godsend. That's number one. But number two, and
Amen.
and I really do. This was God. handed this to me. But the funniest thing, this is the kicker. The kicker is I swore to myself, never ever would I ever join an MLM company, an MLM company. Never ever would I ever. Oh, God got jokes. God's got some serious
It's
jokes.
making lives matter. That's what MLM stands
That's
for.
right.
Did you know
I
that?
Oh,
love that.
Lives
what did he
matter.
Wow.
say?
Making lives matter.
Making lives matter.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
I'm writing it
So,
down.
my question as I write this down. Okay. So, as a result of this whole thing, right, we have to be very careful about also how we market. So, yes, it's great, like you said, and I'm glad that you said you make your list to the people you know, because honestly, I feel like maybe 50% of them will buy from me. Maybe, right? Maybe. Because it's kind of like Jesus. He was in his own town. Nobody believed he was a prophet until he left, and then everybody saw what he did, right? So it's kind of that philosophy, obviously not to that grand scale. But my question is, how can I truly, because I'm not afraid, give me, tell me what to do. Show me what to do. I am not afraid of 100 no's. As if I know I can get 3 yeses, I will go. I did recruiting, and so I'm not afraid. I just never been down. It feels like I am walking down a blind pathway. And although I might have the best tools, which it sounds like these are, you still need a pathway in order to get to the destination of where you are going, which is prospecting, right? So how can I do this in a way that is going to, aside from, I don't mind meeting and talking to people in grocery stores and overhearing conversations, but to actively recruit
Right. So
or
I'm going to
market?
answer that
Okay,
quickly, and then Aaron's going to jump in.
Okay.
You
go
come
for it.
on to you continue the calls that you and I have been doing. You come on these calls and you've already been on the 11 o'clock call twice. So that's how you start. You go, you set your timer 10 to 11 Eastern time every day. You get on those calls, you learn and you listen, and you don't have to know everything. You use the people in this room, you get to know them, and you continue to join Avini Vibes and all the other training calls. But Aaron, go ahead. Now your turn. But
Okay.
that was a good
I
question.
that was a great question. And I'm gonna parlay on what you just said. I'm gonna piggyback on that because that's what I did. I sat in the back of the room with my sponsor and I watched people walk across the stage. It was like a mini convention just for the team, the bigger part of the team that we were part of. And I watched people go across the stage collecting those big old checks, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000,
Wow.
getting patted on the back, getting rewarded. And I looked at him and I said, man, how are they making this money? I mean, because I talk better than them. I look better than them. Man, I should be making crazy money because I think that I can do it. And this is what he said. It's what Christine just said. The first thing you got to do is show up. But you have to show up with the proper attitude. And it sounds like you have it. You show up with the proper attitude with a notepad. And back then we were doing a training a week on the phone. We were doing a business briefing a week live. And then we did a super Saturday once a month. So he told me you show up to the meetings and you sit in the first or the second row with a notepad. You show up at the training and you come early and you sit in the first or second row with a notepad. You come to the Super Saturday, you sit in the front or the second row with a notepad, and you will figure it out for you. Because you're either going to get tired of all these people walking across the stage making the money and you ain't making none. You're going to get tired and you're going to do something different. And that's when you'll come to me, your sponsor, and we will figure out your way. But the first thing is you come, be attentive with the proper attitude, and then you try what we're teaching you in the training. That's the first thing. The second thing is get over, be careful how you market. As long as you ain't lying about the company, market however you can, girl. Yeah,
Hmm.
I got trained by a guy. He said he was on the airplane with 170 something passengers. He said they're captive. They can't go nowhere. So I'm gonna talk to the one to the left. I'll make sure I'm sitting in the middle. Because if I'm sitting in the middle, I'm talking to the one to the left, the one to the right, the people behind me gonna hear it, and the people in front gonna hear it. I'm gonna have all those people's phone numbers because they're captive on the airplane. They can't go nowhere. Matter of fact, I'll walk up and down the aisle when I can, saying hi to people. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. Man, it's a great flight, right? You want to be what you are, Jennifer. I can tell. You have no problem smiling and talking, right? You
Right.
just got to be on these calls, go to these trainings, and pick up pieces from Joe, pick up pieces from Carol, pieces from Tony, pieces from everybody, and then make them you,
Right.
right?
I don't have a
Dave
problem
Capola,
with that.
then you're gonna be fine. You got to
It's
just
just
give it the time.
okay. It's just really like I've never done MLM, so and that's part
Good.
of the
Yes, you
reason that
have. Yes, you have. Are you married? Are you married?
I was.
So you had a boyfriend
I don't not right now.
at
No.
one time? In all your life, you had a
Oh
boyfriend.
yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Okay, and have you ever got an apartment?
Yeah.
Have you ever got a job?
Yeah.
Well, you were prospecting. You were building a team. You were building yourself. The same thing you did to get a boyfriend, that's how you get a prospect. You be nice to him. That's all
Right.
you were being. You're being nice to him.
Right.
You be nice to
Thank,
people. You
thank you,
smile.
Aaron. And thank you, Jen, for that
Right.
question.
Perfect.
We're going to see a lot of Jen. I'm looking forward to working with you,
Oh,
Jen.
she's gonna be
Thank you
great.
so
She's gonna be
much.
great.
All right.
You're
And she
welcome.
already showed up. First day on the call, and here she is.
Thank
So
you
you're a
so
winner
much. Sorry, I
already.
didn't know I could put my video on. I thought you said to turn it off, and then I slid over and I was like, "Oh, I
There
guess
you are. And the nice thing, she's got a New York accent. So how's that?
I."
There you go. All right. Where's my Chip? Where's Chip? Chip, Tony, are you guys? Chip?
You.
Anybody?
Okay, so I want to know, is the secret to this whole thing having a New York accent? Is that the deal? Is that the deal?
It might be.
All
Hey,
right.
fake it.
Well,
Fake one.
forget
Go watch
about
a
it.
movie
All
or two.
right.
Forget about it.
Chip and Tony are in the same household. I saw you on two different screens. I thought maybe you're in different parts of the
I
country.
transported him.
Well, this has been a wonderful call. And if you're new, we always
Yes.
ask Chip and Tony to close the calls tonight. Aaron, you're brilliant. We love you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Carol.
I really appreciate.
Please, Chip and Tony,
Okay.
we'd like you to close
I
this
just
out.
before Chip takes over, I just have to say, Aaron, I just adore you because you're Air Force for starters. I was an Air Force brat
Whoop,
for
whoop.
21 years, so just absolutely know your regimen and your commitment level. And I love your training. I'm telling you, I'm going to borrow your system. Save yourself time, energy, and money. I love
Money.
that. I love that. I just really appreciate what you are bringing to our company.
Hmm.
And there's so much more we expect. And I'd love to have you on Monday to learn your testimony. But in the meantime,
Let me get a rank advance. I don't want to be in front of the room and not advancing.
oh
You
no,
know,
no,
I'm
no,
about
no,
to
you're
build this
gonna
thing out. But yes, we will do it.
you're gonna get plenty of advancement. But now, Chip.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure, Sandy, go ahead.
You guys that have used or done this for so long, what do you say to somebody if they go, "Oh, this is one of those MLMs or
Yeah,
pyramid
Oh, can
schemes?"
I answer that one? Can I answer that
sure.
one?
Yeah, I thought what I said before
I,
was pretty good, right? Making lives
that
better.
is pretty
Go
good.
ahead.
Yes,
But
that's excellent.
let's say Christine said that to me since she's on my screen. I would say, Christine, do you have a job? Since
Yes, I
Christine
do.
played with me. Okay, do you have is there an owner?
Is there an
There's an
owner?
owner.
Yeah, I work
Yeah,
for
and then
somebody.
there's an executive below him, and then
Yes,
there's a manager below him, and
yes,
then there's a supervisor, and then
yes,
probably you, right? Isn't that multiples of levels?
there
So
is.
how are they different? How are they different?
I guess they're not.
Absolutely. The America is built on multiple of levels of
Correct.
pay based upon your effort. You put in the effort, you get a check. There's somebody got to train you that gets a bigger check. And somebody had to train them that gets a bigger check. That's multiples of levels. If you don't do your job, you get fired. Here, you control the level.
So
You control everything.
do you say the same thing if somebody goes, "Oh, that's one of those pyramid schemes"?
I say the same. Well, on that, I say those are illegal, first of
That's what
all.
I say. Those are
Okay.
pyramids are
Those are
illegal.
illegal. And
Yeah.
and I tell them about our experience here. Just been around for 30 years. How you gonna fool people for 30 years? It's been in different multi-level marketing companies for 30 years. How do you fool people for 30 years? They would figure it out. even 2 years, somebody would tell on you if you were doing something illegally, which is a pyramid.
Okay,
That's how I
thank
beat
you.
that.
Thank you for that question, Sandy. All right, Chip,
So,
you're up.
okay, so I really got to attempt to bring it in for a landing, but we got so many files open. Sandy, I'll try this. If somebody says, "Is this a pyramid scheme?" I say, "Yes." Yeah, that's why I love it. Then I just go on because they think they're challenging you. I just say, "Yeah, yeah, it is." Like, yes. But I loved what Christine said. Multi-level marketing is actually making lives matter, and that is the truth.
Love it.
I wanted to compliment Aaron on last week because it was a booger, right? His audio was on and off, and we had all kinds of interruptions, and a little, one of the little squares came to life, and it wasn't the life we were expecting. But he handled it himself. I commented to Tony afterwards, said that guy is well prepared and well trained from someplace because he handled that beautifully, as did Christine and Carol. I got a kick out of I missed the part where Carol cracked up, but I empathized with her about that. So, Avini, we are messengers. That's what we are. We carry a message that's of great value to everyone. Yes. As I'm listening to Aaron saying, I want to do 3 ways, I'm hearing Jennifer say, I want to do 3 ways. Tony and I do jillions of 3 ways. And it isn't too long until you've done a few, and then you become the expert on the next one. And, both of you will very soon be experts because of the way you're approaching doing it. And so, talk to your sponsor, make sure Tony and I are on your list of people to use. I'm primarily your biology guy, although I do make, I guess, maybe the second largest income. I've had the largest bonuses in the history of the company, and I sponsored the guy that gets the largest. So I do, and plus my dad was Air Force, my stepdad was Air Force, I'm Air Force, my wife's dad is Air Force, I'm Air Force through and through. I was Special Forces Air Force, so there you go. That's a lot of Air Force. So if you need Air Force, I happen to know a guy. But blessings on everybody. Joe, congratulations on being the sponsor here. I'm watching your face beaming with pride over there, and watching Christine beaming with pride, and everybody that's here. Yeah, Jennifer, yeah, for being here. So when you come to these gatherings, if you come by yourself, you're being trained. That's great. If you come with a guest, you're working. You see that little difference there? Come with a guest, then you're working. That's all I got. Back to you, Christine. Thank you. Thank you for doing Avini Vibes.
That was brilliant, and thank you, Carol. Hey, on a brilliant note, Aaron, thank you, and I agree. Chip and I talked after last week's what went on, and that's what he said, how well prepared you are and how professional. And that's what Avini is. It's smart people come to Avini, right, Chip? I think that was your line. It attracts smart. Avini attracts smart. So this is very special that you're here this evening. No coincidence. I just heard a great song. There's no coincidence in life. It's not. It's planned. But you were here tonight because you took the time, and we're grateful for that. I want to take just a moment of silence for Alan Way. We lost Barbara this week, so just keep Alan Way in your plans. He's been with us from the beginning of time on Avini Vibes. So hearts go out to Alan. Reach out to him. And this is about us joining together to make this bigger and better, to save lives and to lift people up, right? You said that, Aaron. And Aaron, I'm going to just let you close us with a word of wisdom. And I just want to thank you for being a great guest this evening.
Thank you very much. I have nothing less to say because I think that moment of silence is worthy of one of our fallen soldiers. You guys, we're doing this to help people be healthy. That's what we're doing this for. That's what I'm doing it for. If you want to take that on, please take it on. I'm not doing it because the money is great. I do the right things for the right people. The money will follow. That's what I have to say. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. MJ Durkin will be our guest next Thursday night. Wow. So like Chip said, bring your guests. Don't come alone. Get back to work and bless others. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Carol.
And
night,
wait a minute, you guys, please come Please come 15 minutes early so we know to let you in and you don't have to sit and wait in the waiting room. And if you have guests, please message us immediately and let us know so we can let them in. Thank you. Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Zoom
Thanks, Neil.
users, write your name down so we know who
Bye-bye.
it is. Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.